Alright, welcome back. This is a new game. This is Gloomhaven. It is a PC port of a board game. So it's kind of like a strategy game in the sense that like you have like a hex grid and you move characters around and you use cards to like attack enemies and things. My story with this is I went over to a friend's house to hang out, and he had purchased this game and opened the box, showed us, and I was just sort of blown away because I'm not a very hardcore board game player. I'm not even like a regular board game player. I was just sort of surprised by how much like effort and passion was put into this game. I think this was actually made by like one person, and we played it, and I kind of fell in love with the concept. So like my understanding, like I read some online reviews, and I think general sentiment is a little bit lukewarm. I think folks generally like the concept, maybe not completely on board with the implementation of the game. That being said, I think it's still worth like trying out. Like I really enjoyed the board game experience. And so this time on the computer, I'm looking to play every character by myself. And so like we're going to see how this turns out. So I'm going to go with normal difficulty. Like the board game, like we tried playing hard and it was like pretty hard. Normal might even be too difficult for me because like I'm not very good at this game, obviously. I'm very much like I wouldn't say complete beginner because I played it a little bit, but like I don't know the strategies very well. Okay, anyway. Original versus updated. Permanent enhancements will affect all current and future mercenaries of the same class. Enhancement cannot be sold. Oh, I see. This is the board game version. Even though the bottom says recommended, I'm actually going to go with this. Yeah, okay. Let's hit continue. House rules. Recommended. Got it. So there's some like modifiers that are, I guess, like the one before that are recommended over the ones. Times 2 and 0 versus +2 -2. I see. Interesting. I don't have that much knowledge about this. Oh, I see why this is recommended. Got it. So there are a lot of mechanics. Sorry, like I'm going to try to explain the mechanics as we encounter them in the game rather than do like a big knowledge dump up front. I think this actually makes sense. I bet you this one is like there's some fringe case where it matters. I'll leave that. Summon movement. If there are no enemies, summon will not move. Versus you get to choose. I see. Quality of life. And then anti-cheese. Okay, I think we're good with all this. I don't have the DLCs. Okay.
Welcome to the harsh lands of Gloomhaven, recruit. You think you have what it takes to become a mercenary out there on the edge of the world? We are paid to venture into the darkest forests of the region and to step into ancient crypts with the unmistakable stench of death and rotting flesh. Lovely places to earn a name for yourself. Be ready to face cutthroats, undead, fearsome tribes, and dreadful demons from other realms. You didn't find yourself as a mercenary without knowing how to crack a few skulls, did you?
Okay. It's telling us we need to make mercenaries. Got it. So this is like the world board. It's a physical board in the board game. And you like place stickers on it to indicate locations and stuff. So we're gonna load out some mercenaries. Each character class has its little like box. Oh, new mercenary. Wait. Oh, this is blocking me. And the box comes with a little like a miniature that's gonna be your game piece, and like a deck of action or ability cards, and then like a stack of like character sheets to keep track of your character data. So you get to pick any of the 6 starting classes, and then, or like as you progress the game, you unlock other ones. So the question is, what do I want to do? I would like to build a crack heart. And I'm going to go with the most unoriginal naming you can think of. I'm just going to name my characters after the character class. And then you get to choose one of 2 personal quests. And once you accomplish your personal quest, your mercenary will retire and you will unlock a new character class. So like you physically break the seal on one of the boxes, and then like you open it up and you get a new character. So here we go. Kill one of each of these demons versus complete 4 different base games. So this is going to happen. Oh, wait, hold on. Objective 1 of 3. Oh, I see. So I think what this means is after I do the 4 base game scenarios, it like unlocks a new mission to do and then unlocks a new mission. I mean, sure, let's do this. I think it'll be like fun to get to do a personal quest pretty early, just so we get to see the mechanics. All right, so minimum of 2 mercenaries. When you're playing alone, you get to pick 2, 3, or 4 mercenaries to play with. I'm gonna try 4 mercenaries and see how that goes. So let's see. I'm gonna pick. Definitely want a tinker, I think. And what do I want? 20 different types of monsters. That's a lot. Versus, but I think we already picked the personal quest that unlocks that. So we're going to avoid that. Now, the game manual, rather I guess the game creator has expressed a preference that people not share the contents of their personal quest with their party mates. It's supposed to be like, you're kind of role-playing. So you're not supposed to tell people what your life goal is. And you're supposed to, in some cases, like act selfishly in ways that your party members they might not immediately understand why you're doing it because they don't know your personal quest. All right, so they give us some advice. Merchant shop, sure. I'm going to ignore that for now. I'm going to go back to the world map, telling me I can do a city encounter, telling me I can go to the temple. I'm going to ignore all of this. I want 4 mercenaries. Okay. What mercenaries am I going to pick? I'm going to pick a scoundrel. And 4 boss scenarios versus 1 in each of these areas. How about we go 4 boss scenarios? Because I think you get boss scenarios as part of like the regular campaign, even if you ignore all the side quests. And then it's either the Brute, who is a big I go up and punch you kind of dude. The Mind Thief, which is kind of squirrely. Low health. I think... So something that's worth thinking about. So like the health right here. So like these 2 have 6 health. And then they have, I see, so this is 13 ability cards. Difficulty high. Okay, well, let's go with the difficulty low option. Brute. Have 200 gold. That's a lot of gold. Well, I mean, we could think about having this character for the long haul. The problem is having 200 gold but not spending it is just sad. I want to spend gold and do things, so I'm going to pick this one instead. All right. So we've got all that. Now we get to go shopping. Oh, wait. Oh. There we go. There we go. So we go shopping, and each character has 30 gold, so we can buy things. And then when you buy things, you can equip, you know, in each slot. The Crag Heart. I am going to purchase a leather armor. I like this item. And for 10 gold, I think I'm going to go ahead and purchase a healing potion. Okay. Tinkerer. Do a piercing bow. For all shield values. Eagle goggles. I think what I'm going to do is purchase boots of striding. Yeah. Want mobility. And then we'll purchase a... Do we just go with healing potions on everybody? I think we might. Alright. Healing potions on everybody. Scoundrel is going to grab a... Cloak of Invisibility, actually. Kind of clutch. Okay. And... Healing potion. And then Brute. We're going to go with a leather armor as well on you and a healing potion. Alright. Now, we can go to the Temple of the Great Oak, and you can pay gold to get Blessing. I wonder if this is the meta. Like, are you supposed to just get Blessing on every character on your first mission just to clear it? I don't know. Think about that. Alright, there's a city encounter. So there's like a little deck of cards, and you draw one of these. Basically, between every mission, you get a city encounter. So, I'm going to read this. On a trip to the New Market, you see a curious sea chart prominently displayed in a Valroth merchant's stall. Ah, I see this interests you, he says while holding it up, taking great care not to damage it. I've been told this map will lead you to a location of untold riches, wondrous beyond anything you've seen before. The Valroth gestures grandly with his free hand, and his smile grows wide. How can you say no to this? Just make me an offer. Well, this might unlock a mission for us. Map does look valuable. Decide to bargain for it. Despite your valiant efforts, you cannot get the merchant to lower his price to something you can afford. Alright, that might have required us to have a character with gold, but we used all of our gold, sadly. So, that was that. So we did our city encounter. The next thing we can do is switch out some cards. So, these 14 cards are the default like ability deck. And I'm going to okay this just to like show you the things I want. At the bottom of this card, there's that 1. That indicates the level requirement to use the card. So like in the box with all the character stuff, there's like, you know, plastic package that you tear open. I mean, it's got these cards in it. And when you level up, you can get like new cards to add into your deck, right? The X represents just like they're not in your default deck, but you can swap out for them, and there's no level requirement. So you have 3 X cards, and each character has a different number of cards they can equip. So the Cragheart has 11, Tinker has 12, etc., etc. And even though I have 14 available cards, I can only take 11 into the mission. So I would like I think I want to drop Unstable Upheaval and pick up Heaving Swing, and then potentially grab... That's a heal 2 targets. Attack 3, Immobilize. I might drop this. Crushing Grasp for Forceful Storm. Actually, maybe not. Opposing strike. I might drop this for Forceful Storm. Okay, got it. I'm not thinking that hard about my choices, but Energizing Tonic for Reviving Shock. Okay. Okay, that's fine. And then I want Trickster's Reversal, and I think I want Swift Bow as well. Quick Hands is okay. Throwing Knives is good. Venom Shiv. Thieves' Neck, Backstab. It's a big move card. Invisible. I have an invisible armor. I think I'm going to drop Smoke Bomb for Trickster's Reversal. It's kind of like a similar function. And I can single out. Single out and Flanking Strike are basically the same thing. Okay. I feel like this is going to get super cramped because I have 3 melee classes. But that might mean I just get all of this. Well, here, maybe I'll take Swift Bow. So I'll drop Single Out in favor of Swift Bow. Okay. And what do I have here? Skewer. Balanced Measure could be good. How much movement do I have? If I'm going to take that, I want... Oh, that's a burn card. Okay. Move 3... This one. Any enemy who targets one of your adjacent allies. Got it. I might want the Disarm, though. Retaliate 2. Heal 2. Attack 3, Pierce 2. That seems good. Alright, All these cards feel good. I guess that's a good sign, right? Like, if all the cards feel good... Alright, I'm going to drop that for Balanced Measure, I think. Oh, but Skewer feels so good. Where X is the total number of hexes you have moved so far this turn. Oh, gotcha. So it's basically an attack 3 and an attack 4 based on the cards I have, right? Okay. I think Balance Measure is actually a pretty good card. All right. So that was enough thinking about stuff. Let's, go to the world map. So our first mission is this right here. And we're going to click it and see what happens. It's telling us to do what we just did. Cool, we just did that. There's a little deck.
Everyone needs to eat. Whatever your reason for coming to Gloomhaven, out here on the edge of the world, that simple fact is never going to change. A mercenary can't fight on an empty stomach. So when Jexera, a Valrath woman wearing a red cloak and enough gold jewelry to keep you fed for a decade, approaches you in the Sleeping Lion and offers to pay you 10 gold coins to track down a thief and retrieve some stolen goods, well, seems like as good an excuse as any to sober up and start paying off your tab. This thief has taken some important documents, says the red-skinned merchant, her tail whipping about in agitation. I don't care what you do to him. Just bring back what is mine. Based on Jexera's description, it was easy enough to knock around a few alley thugs and get a location of the thief's hideout. You don't find yourself as a mercenary way out in Gloomhaven without knowing how to crack a few skulls. So your target is the Black Barrow. Sounds like a lovely place.
All right, so there's a little deck of encounters. So kind of like city encounters or city events. I can't remember what they're called. You get these on the road. So whenever you move from place to place. The route to your destination is less direct than you'd hoped, and you end up taking a shortcut through a small forest. There, you happen upon a family of deer. They are still a ways off in the distance and haven't noticed you. You approach cautiously. So we can either shoot at them or just watch them. I'm not going to do anything here. You have been blessed. Oh, that's actually huge. I don't know how much I got blessed. Like, that means it added blessing cards into my modifiers.
A short journey past the new market gate, and you see it jutting out on the edge of the corpse wood, looking like a rat under a rug. Moving closer, you see the mound is formed from a black earth. Its small, overgrown entrance presents a worn set of stone stairs leading down into the darkness. As you descend, you gratefully notice light emanating from below. Unfortunately, the light is accompanied by the unmistakable stench of death. You contemplate what kind of thieves would make their camp in such a horrid place as you reach the bottom of the steps. Here, you find your answer. A rough group of cutthroats who don't seem to have taken very kindly to your sudden appearance. One in the back matches the description of your quarry.
All right, first things first. Each character gets to draw 2 cards for battle goals, and this is telling us you got to pick one for each character. So once again, you're not supposed to reveal these to your party mates. This is another element of like selfish roleplay. 7 or fewer experience points versus kill 1 or more elite monsters, and this is you have to deal with the killing blow yourself. 7 or fewer experience. What does my stuff look like? Okay. I don't have a lot of experience gaining cards, so I think I'm going to go with the 7 or fewer experience points. And then the perk points, when you get them, there's like a little like list on your character sheet that you can pick up. We'll deal with that when we actually get perk points. Use no items. No, because we bought items. I want to use them. Kill an undamaged monster with a single attack. Oh, holy cow. I don't know if I have enough damage to just like drop something. Boots of Striding. I mean, I guess I could live without using that. Okay, let's try it. Let's see if we can get through without using the healing pot. Loot no gold or kill 5 or more monsters. Ooh. Loot no gold piles. I mean, that's a choice you can make. Sure. Kill 3 or fewer monsters. Gain 13 or more experience. What's our experience gain like? I'm not seeing a way we're going to gain 13 experience. I don't think. Alright. So, well, I guess that makes sense. Guys can just deal the killing blow with other people. Alright. Well, we'll see. I haven't explained the experience points yet. We'll get to it, I promise. There's a lot of stuff that, like, you have to learn in the game.
Take care of these unfortunates, your target says, backing out of the room. You can vaguely make out his silhouette as he retreats down a hallway and through a door to his left. Well, it's not every day we get people stupid enough to hand-deliver their valuables to us, grins one of the larger bandits, unsheathing a rusty blade. We'll be killing you now. Joke's on them. If you had any valuables, you probably wouldn't be down here in the first place.
Alright. So, there's like a huge manual that, like, you know, we gotta learn. But thankfully, I played the board game a bit with friends, so like they explained the rules to me. I read through the rule book, so I'm gonna more or less explain my understanding of it as we go. So first things first, you can position your characters anywhere in the white hexes before the mission begins. But what we have to know is enemy aggro is proximity based, so they'll select whoever is closest to them, and then they'll like go and try to attack that fellow. So we've got two kind of tanky members. So what we could do is do something like this, and basically these fellows will be closer a little bit to you, and these will be closer to you. All right, like that. Now, okay, we're ready for the mission. So each turn, you select 2 cards for each of your heroes. And so keep in mind, like on a board game, like each human player is controlling 1 hero. And these cards, you are not supposed to tell your teammates what cards you're picking, although you're allowed to, like you can house roll anything you want. But the recommendation is that you can communicate vague information. Like, I kind of want to go and attack the guys on the left. I'm looking to do big damage this turn. All right, things like that you're allowed to say. But like, you don't want to say like, hey, I'm playing Spare Dagger and Overwhelming Assault, right? Like, anyway. So we're going to pick 2 cards. And so I guess I can just go from the list. So let's imagine I am picking, let's try to decide what I want. This end. No, I want this one. Actually, you know what? Let's do that. Yeah. Okay. Like this. Okay, so I have selected these 2 cards, and in a specific order. So when your turn comes, I should explain first how your turn comes. Okay, so the number on the left here, 15 and 27, is the number in the middle of the card. This is the initiative value of the card. So when you pick 2, you select one of those 2 cards to be your initiative. So I can choose to make the 27 my initiative or the 15 my initiative. And once everybody has selected their cards, this is when everybody reveals their cards, and you're going to go in the order of ascending initiative. So low initiative number means you go earlier in the turn. Okay. Now, once it is your turn to act, you're going to select the top half of one of your 2 cards and the bottom half of the other card. So for example, in this case, my intent is to use the bottom half of Shield Bash. So I'm going to shield 1 myself, and then Spare Dagger is going to, like, I'm going to use the top half. This is attack 3 at range 3 and gain 1 experience. That's how we're reading the card. So what Shield does, and the self, and then the little like I guess arrow circle symbol. The arrow circle symbol means it is only for this turn. And then self means it acts on me, and the shield 1 means for the rest of the turn, any damage I take is mitigated by 1. So that's why I put my Barrow over here. I'm looking to try to tank these 3 if I have to. Okay, now over here, I want to do a like range 3. I'd have to move up to do this. Well, so I'm definitely metagaming here, right? Like I'm giving myself perfect information and planning around it. But rumbling advance. I can rumbling advance and then punch a bunch of stuff. Dirt Tornado? Dirt Tornado is not bad. Actually, I'm gonna go Heaving Swing into Dirt Tornado and see how that helps me out. Swift Bow. Can do this if I want to. All right, let's see how that goes. And then what do I do here? I want to stun one, I think. Maybe not. Range 2. Range 3, okay. I can shield all adjacent fellas. And then 1, 2, 3. Okay, that makes sense. All right. There's my turn. Okay, so let's play it out and see what's going to happen. So we already know what our characters are doing. Now, the enemies are going to, like, as soon as our turn starts, we've selected all our cards, you're going to take, well, each enemy type has, like, its own little deck for actions. You're going to flip the top card over, and that's going to determine the action for their turn. So let's see what happens. So we have gotten this and this. So the way the enemies are now going to act is elites, or I guess whoever has lowest initiative goes first, right? But if they're tied for initiative, which they are here, the elites act first. And then they act in order of ascending numerical order. So if you look at this, it says, like, there's the 1 shield, and it says Bandit Guard Elite, parentheses 1. And there's Bandit Guard Elite, parentheses 3. So number 1 acts first, and number 3 acts. And then here, all of the Bandit Guards are going to act, and it's going to be number 2 goes first, number 4, and then number 5, and then number 6. Okay, cool. Then the question is, what do they actually do? So this is move 2 and attack for 3 base damage. So this guy is going to walk up, and basically it targets the closest enemy, but here these two are tied for 3 hexes away, so it's going to select the lower initiative out of those 2 targets. So it's going to dash and smack my dude for 3 base damage. Okay, and we can adapt our positioning. So, like, for example, if I move my Cragheart over here, then my Cragheart will have focus, so it'll be tanking. Now, what would I like to do? I would like to shield myself. Yes. And I would like to attack. And my suspicion is that you would like to attack in a way that eliminates enemies early. All right. That +0 that we just saw. So there's a modifier deck, and you can see, so each character has its own specific modifier deck, and hovering over this shows you what you have. So, like, the null means your entire attack is nullified. -2, -1 means, like, your attack damage is modified by that amount, etc., etc., etc. And the yellow pips below it shows how many instances of that card are in your modifier deck. And once you've gone through your entire modifier deck, you reshuffle it, and then you keep using it. So, we had 3 base damage. We drew a modifier card. It said +0. So we dealt 3 + 0 equals 3 damage to this fellow. Cool. Alright, now I'm going to end turn. So what are we doing here? I'm going to shield all of our friends here. Then I'm going to attack, range 3, and I'm going to poison the target. So what poison does is, while poison is on the enemy, any attacks that you perform on that enemy gain +1. This leaf thing, I've created an element. So now that I've created the element, and I end my turn, the element is active. And this element is going to be active for 2 more turns. And so if anybody has an action that can consume this element to do something, then they're free to do it. This element is just on the board. All right. Now, we're going to attack you, because you're already poisoned. We're going to try to stack more damage on you. +2 there. All right. So what we did was 3 base, +1 from poison. We drew a +2 attack modifier, but the enemy had 1 shield. And that comes from the innate shielding that this elite monster gets. So we did 5 damage. Beautiful. Now, so we get choices. Choices. I could move forward, right? I can move 3 and poison one target adjacent enemy. So like I could walk up and poison that fellow. And that seems pretty cool, but then I'm going to be close enough that like all 4 of these bros are going to come smack me. In fact, this guy might come smack me too. No, he'll come smack the brute. So I'm gonna sit tight, I think. You have move 3? What's this? Move 3. Got it. Okay, so I think I'm actually going to move to here. So that means what's going to happen is this fellow's going to go boom, boom, and hit. Then this fellow is going to go boom, boom, and hit you. Right, because you're the closest. And then this fellow is going to go boom, 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 and hit. So this is going to take 2 hits worth of damage. But if I move up to here, then it's going to spread out the damage a bit more. And it is my current understanding that spreading out the damage is good. Alright. When you take damage, you have options. You can either just receive the damage straight up, or you can burn one of your cards and remove it from play for the rest of the mission in order to not take that instance of damage. And it negates the entire instance of damage. Cool. Taking 1 damage. So, what is happening here? This is all happening very quickly. I'll try to explain it between turns. Cragheart and the Brute. Oh, shoot. That's ×2. So, the question is, is 3 damage worth burning a card for? I'm going to go ahead and say no. I have a healing potion. Okay. So, the Cragheart and the Brute both purchased an armor item. It's over here. This leather armor. And so the leather armor says, the next 2 times you attack, the attacker gains disadvantage. The infinity symbol just means it's permanent, so it's automatically active. The 2 spiky things mean it's 2 instances of this effect. And so, like, on the physical game, you'd, like, put a marker. So, like, once the first effect has, been used, you put, like, a little marker on the first effect and the second effect, and then once both effects are done, you tap the card. So instead of it being burned and out of play, it's simply, I think, discarded is the phrasing. So discard means there are mechanisms to bring it back into play. Burned means, well, I think it's actually exhausted. Maybe that's the word. Shoot. Well, I'll clarify that once we actually get the phrasing. But there are much fewer mechanisms to bring back exhausted cards into the game. Okay. Disadvantage. So when disadvantage occurs, you have to draw 2 modifier cards and take the worst out of the 2. So, for example, here, Bandit Guard 5, let's see a disadvantaged one. There we go. Bandit Guard 2 draws -1 and +1. So they drew 2 cards. They had disadvantage because of my armor, right? And therefore they had to use the worst one, or the worse one. So 0 base damage. How come 0 base damage? Because... what? Oh, sorry, 2 base damage. 2 base damage because that's what the card said. -1 because of the modifier, and then -1 because of the shield. So I took 0 damage from that hit. Pretty sweet. Alright, so we weathered the first turn. Now, what am I doing here? I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to muddle. Where am I going to muddle? Here or here? I think I like this. Yes. So what muddle does, actually, I'm going to do this. And I can use the green thing for extra attack. Yes. Okay. So, sorry, I was in the middle of explaining what muddle does. Muddle makes them disadvantaged on all their attacks next turn. On all their attacks? Might be just their next attack. Can you attack twice a turn? I don't think you can. So it's basically their next turn. Okay. The the red stuff indicates the area of effect. So because there's no dot anywhere, I think like the dot represents where your character is standing, and then all of the hexes relative to that. But since there's no dot, you can target it in any way such that I think any of these tiles can be up to range 2 away. So from here I can go there, there, or I can go there, there, right? But I'm gonna do this. I'm confirming that I'm using the earth for the +1 attack, and I'm gonna gain 1 EXP out of it. Boom. Alright. Now, a bunch of stuff just happened. So let's see. Cragheart applies +1, right? So that's the effect I did here. +1 to all of my ranged attacks. Good. And so I have 1 base attack, +1 is 3 base attack, right? And then here, let's heaving swing to the attacker. With attack 2. Why is it saying attack 2? Oh, I see. It applies the modifier in the thing. So it's attack 2 from the card. Okay, so it's attack 2 from the card, and I drew a +0 and a +2. How come? Because all ranged attacks are disadvantaged if you do them at point blank. So this one I rolled disadvantaged against, and I got a 0 and a +2. I took the 0. And so it was like 3 minus, or +0 is 3 damage. As opposed to these, I just rolled 1. Or sorry, I drew 1 modifier card. So there's just like a lot of stuff going on, and I didn't explain that very well. But it'll become like more intuitive as we do more of this. All right. Brand new turn. Okay, what am I doing? These two are muddled. They're not scary. I would like to knock this fellow out before he does anything crazy. Alright, so the way this is going to go is I've got Flanking Strike. I'm going to go really fast with Flanking Strike. Yep. And I'm also going to use Trickster's Reversal. It's going to make me tanky for a turn, I think. Okay. And then with you, I want to do... I can stun you. Okay. And I can enhancement field. So everyone around me does more damage. But if I move so fast, I don't get the enhancement field effect. Okay. I can heal somebody. I can heal the brute. Actually, how about this? What if I go super late, and I just stun something at the end of the turn, so it will lose its next turn? Makes sense. Retaliate is pretty clutch, because I'm muddled, so instead of attacking normally, I'll just retaliate. And I'll just do this, Overwhelming Assault. Okay. And then, okay, so what's my current stance? I'm punching you. I'm stunning at the end of the turn. I want to make sure this fella is super dead, so I would like to punch in close, or low initiative like this. That's a good card. I can do a move 3, okay. I can also do this, and I can adjust how I want to put my damage, right? Because if the thief just, or the scoundrel just one-shots this, then I can put all my damage on this. Yep, I like that. Scoundrel's turn. So, we're going to attack, like so. And this is going to be 3 plus 2, which is 5, plus poison is 6. So, -1 from the shield is 5. As long as I don't roll a -2 or a null, I'm fine. Right? It'll just kill. Okay, -1 still kills. We're good, we're good. And then I'm going to do this, so it negates the next time I would suffer damage. So this guy can just hit me, right? And I'm fine. I'm going to retaliate. So what retaliate does is, if I understand this correctly, every time the enemy like attacks you, you just automatically do that much damage to it. Like regardless of whether they're able to damage you or not. Fine. And they've got to move to attack 3. I'm going to do this. Because if I go here, now I'm the closest... Well, I'm closest tied, but lower initiative, so now I'm the tank for everything. We're going to do this. Confirm movement. Skip the rest of my movement. And because I'm... Oh, it gives me a push 2 if I want to. So I can push these guys away. I'm not going to. I don't need to. Right, because they have enough movement to get back to me anyway. Actually... Huh. So this is the question, right? I could push this fellow away. It won't have enough mobility to get back to me this turn, but it is muddled. And I do have retaliation up. But I don't have a shield. Nah, we're going to push. Confirm targets. Get out of here. This is the better damage mitigation. Alright, we got gold. Craghart's turn. Alright, so I'm going to add 2 to all my melee actions. Then I'm going to do a big swing. You give me a +1 or better at one-shots. Nice. That was 3 damage. We're going to eat the 3 damage. And it takes 2 retaliation. Here it's 3 damage, but we got our Trickster's Reversal, so we don't take damage. Now, we can stun, or we can attack. I think I like stun better. I can stun the elite if I move first. Alright, so I'm going to use... Now I forget if I actually... explain this. So if you don't want to actually use the bottom action here, then you can use a default 2 movement instead. And this icon in the lower right, this burns the card. So if I use this action, then it exhausts the card for the rest of the mission. And I don't want that. So I'm going to actually go here. My quest was to not use items, right? So I'm not going to use my boots. I'm going to go here and pick up some gold, and then stun. Ew. Okay. Didn't do any damage because it was 1 base, +0, and then -1 shield, but I don't care. It's stunned next turn. Alright. So, I would like to... I can do something like this, right? I might even be able to solo this right here. So I can use the attack 3 on the bottom of that card, and then the attack 3 poison 1 on the top of the card. I like that. Leaping Cleave lets me smack 2 things at once. And I think the dot indicates where your character has to be. So like, how would I position myself to get both of them? I would go here and smack like that, right? That's how that would go. Leaping Cleave. I can... Huh. I guess I can use Trample? I guess I can use this. Right, Sweeping Blow. Okay, cool. Now, what we would like to do is start working on healing. So we can do something like this. Restorative Mist. How about we... Almost Contraption. I can heal 2 at 3 range. I'd rather heal 3. How about I do, like, this and this? Okay. And then Craghart, my dude. Where are we going? We can also heal with you. That's a 4 heal. That kind of feels pretty good. Because that can heal you up. But I want to get this fellow off the map. Right, and move on. can move 3. 1, 2, 3, and then punch. How about this? Yeah, okay. We'll try it and see what happens. So I'm going to use this action first because I want the poison on the enemy before I do my other attack. Got it. Then I'm going to use my other 3 attack. Nice. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Then I want it to heal like this. And then just move. And basically, I was trying to hedge, where like, if this didn't kill, then I was going to use this to hit 2 targets and knock this one out. Alright, I can go grab gold, but I think I'm actually going to move toward the next room. Yeah. You were stunned. What are you going to do? Attack me? Got it. So when it has ranged attack, the AI will try not to ranged attack you at point blank because that's disadvantage. So it like moves first before attacking. Okay, so if I do this, how do I position myself? I have to position myself right there. Okay, so I'm gonna move here, confirm movement, skip the rest of my movement, and attack like this. Wait, there we go. They're both selected. This is something like I have to be really careful about. Because when you're playing on the board game, right, you can just like say how you're going to do it. But like on a computer, you have to like make sure the computer understands what you're doing. Alright. Low roll on the other one. Unfortunate. So I can pick up gold, but then my ranged attack takes disadvantage, so I'm actually going to move up to here and then do this. And I don't have to consume this to push, but it gives me 1 EXP if I do. Wait, hold on. Cragheart is 7 or fewer EXP, so maybe we don't. But if I push this away, then there's a chance that next turn it rolls like no movement. I wonder if... I don't know all the attack action cards that this can roll. I don't think I'm going to do it. Alright. Whittling it down. Okay. So now, what we do. I mean, throwing knives is fine. Move 6 is also fine. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I can open the door. And then I can do quick hands and come and smack this fellow. Alright, so I gotta think about how I'm gonna take this next room. Right, so basically as soon as you open the door, it reveals the room, it reveals all the enemies in it, and they all get to act on this turn. So if they happen to roll low initiative, like you might open a door and then they just instantly act. So at this stage, like after I use 2 cards, like I'm out of cards, right? Like I discarded my entire pile. So what I have to do is I have to rest in order to get my cards back. And there are 2 ways to rest. You can either short rest, and you instantly get all your cards back minus 1 random card. 1 random card gets exhausted for the rest of the mission, right? And then you immediately get to play the turn. Alternatively, if you long rest, you expend your entire turn, but you heal yourself for 2, and you get to choose which card to discard. So, like, at the cost of tempo, like, you get a lot more flexibility. So, what I might actually do is I might spend this turn to try to kill this enemy, and then everyone take a long rest before I open up the door, so everyone has their cards back. Because what I don't want to do is, be long resting in the face of enemies, right? So, what's that going to look like? I guess I would just attack like this. Like this. Okay. And then what are we doing? We want to go pretty quick. Sure, like that. And we can heal. How about this? We'll hedge our bets. And so if we have to shoot, we'll shoot. Well, maybe not. I don't know. There's a heal on the bottom. How about I do that? Okay. Move 3, attack for 2. High initiative. Well, 30 isn't that high. Alright, so what's the deal? I can go to here, smack, and that's going to cause it to hit my scoundrel instead. As opposed to hitting my brute. Well, I'm going to get a heal off this turn anyway, so I think it's probably worth it to tank the damage on the scoundrel. And I can skip the movement. Skip movement and just hit. Confirm targets. Alright, 1 damage. Oh, wait. Didn't I have a personal quest to not pick up gold? Oh, I'm actually an idiot. Hold on. Hold on. How do I look at... Oh, I can't this turn. I think I just completely forgot that I was supposed to not pick up gold. My bad. I'm an idiot. But, I mean, if you've seen any of my, other gameplay, you will know that I am very much an idiot. It is what it is. I can push you this way. Sure. Oh, I see. If you select the push, you have to do all 2 tiles. And basically, it's 2 tiles away from you. So, because I can't push it into the wall, if I push 1 tile this way, I have to push it 1 tile that way. So I'll just skip the push. Alright. And then I can move here. Sure. Just get close to the door. And we're going to attack for 3. Nice. Instead. And then we're going to heal. We'll heal the brute. This brute's more likely to take damage. Alright. And then, I can get gold, but I don't think I'm gonna. Gold is, important in this game, but it's, beating the mission is so much more important, So I'm just gonna do this and this. Alright, so I'm gonna go here, skip attack, and then do this, and then skip movement. Alright. Now I'm gonna take long rests on everybody, just so everyone has a full stack. Even though I have cards left to play, I'm just going to long rest. Because, might as well, right? That's not necessarily, might as well is not great logic, but... Alright, so what am I throwing away? I think I'm throwing this one away. Sweep and Glow. And then, and the Brute's turn. Okay, Brute. Now, Cragheart can throw something away. And you can only burn one of the discarded cards. You can't burn one of the ones that are in your hand. Yeah. Huh. I might drop the Immobilize. Backup ammunition? Dirt Tornado. I want Dirt Tornado next turn, actually. I don't want to throw away necessarily one of my high initiative cards. I think I want to keep this. Alright, I think we're losing backup ammunition. Unless... range... What's my other range? That's 3. Okay. I'm basically trying to evaluate what's the value of keeping this effect. This 4. No, I think backup ammunition's gone. Alright. Burn it. Now... I think, like, the more missions you play with the same characters, the more, like, you get a feel for, you know, how you want to pace things, but... right now, I don't have that. Quick hands... I think quick hands. Yeah. And then, with you, what are we burning? I want the stun for sure. I like the shield. Probably pull. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get much from the hook gun anymore. Okay. Okay, so how do we want to play this turn? I think... I actually don't remember if you're allowed... Like, for example, if I do a move 2, can I move 2 tiles into the room? I think I'm allowed to. Because if I can do, like, this, then that might be pretty clutch. Grab and go. Warding strength, grab and go. Overwhelming assault. Oh. This could be good. Okay. And then, what am I doing here? Swift bow? Special mixture? Special mixture first into swift bow? It's gonna get real crowded if I do all that. And then... I'm gonna shield next turn, I think. Everybody's full health. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to... potentially walk in... No, Toxic Bowl feels like a next turn kind of move. Maybe Stun Shot. Right, so we'd go pretty late, take a move 4, and then Stun Shot. Okay. I can get behind that. Alright, so we're going to move 2. Open door. And then I keep moving. Ah, I see. Yes. Okay, so good. So now I confirm the action. I deal 1 damage in AoE. Unfortunately, it's only 1 target. And then I would like to... I can't get that far away, but I'm going to go here and muddle everybody. Oh, unfortunate. I got a bless there, but I rolled disadvantage. Okay. Let's see. What are we doing? Is a move 1 and attack 2 at range 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so they can attack me. Bandit Guard Elite is going to attack and poison me. Well, that's not fun. Oh, you know... God, I'm so dumb. Right, like, these reveal when I open the door, so I didn't have to walk up in melee range. Wait, hold on. Can I restart the round? Sorry. I need to just be better about, like, using game mechanics to my advantage. Right, if the information is there, you have to use it. All right, so what did I do? Okay, I said I was going to Rumbling Advance and then Dirt Tornado. I said I was going to Warding Strength and Overwhelming Assault. Yes. I said I was going to Specials Mixture and Swift Bow. No. Yes? I think that's what I selected, yeah. And I said proximity mine and stun shot. All right. Craghart's turn. Okay, so I did this. And I said I can move 1. Right? And I look at these, and it says shield 1, attack 3, poison. There's no movement on this card, which means this fella cannot step up. Okay? This one also has no movement, so they're all just going to stand there. So it would be dumb of me to move up and get hit. I might as well, like, move to here, or, like, here, for example. And then I can skip the ability. Wait, I can skip the ability? Oh, I thought that was mandatory damage. Huh. Didn't know I could skip it. All right. Now we're going to go here. And unfortunately, the muddle, I think it only lasts the turn, even though they don't get to attack. Alright, and the Craghart's turn. Yeah. The muddle is gone now. Unfortunate, but that's okay. I'd rather that happen than get attacked. Okay. So now I can move 3. So this is my strat here. I'm going to move 3 to there. And then push for 2. I'm going to target you, and I'm going to push you, confirm. And then 2 units in that direction. So it's going to send him through 2 traps. Each trap does 3 damage. This should just kill the dude. Yeah, get wrecked. Okay, cool. And then I can attack here. I don't expect to do much damage because of the 2 shielding. That's a great time to roll a null. So now it's out of my deck. And I'm going to confirm the push. I'm just going to push this guy further back. Hope that he doesn't roll movement. Scoundrel's turn. Range 4. 1, 2... Actually, I'm going to move to here. And then skip the ability. Hit you. Alright, that's fine. And then we wanted to stun, right? So I want to move and stun. Now, I can actually stun that dude. No. Yeah, I think we're just gonna rush them. Okay, so I'm gonna stun you. I have grass. I can push. Right, so for example, this is a range 3 attack. I can walk up, hit this, and push it into a trap. That's 100% what I'm going to do. And I don't care about initiative because this guy's stunned, so I can go as late as I want. Right, I can do something like this. Crater. Yeah, okay. And then I would like to walk up and start smacking things. This seems like a next turn kind of deal. Okay, what if I... No, that doesn't give me mobility. I need to move up. Grab and go is a good movement thing. What if I do this? Wait, I think retaliate only works for melee attacks. I don't think it works for ranged. Hold on. There's a thing here. Effects and conditions? Positive conditions? No. Bless and curse? No. Attack effects? No. Abilities other. Retaliate. Attackers in an adjacent hex. Got it. So ranged attacks... Well, if they ranged attack me at point blank, it triggers retaliate. That's the deal. Alright, so running up and then triggering retaliate is not the deal. I can spare dagger. Okay. Okay. I need to get rid of this fella somehow. What am I doing with you? Toxic bolt. Shield? Yeah. Okay. And I want a flanking strike next turn, maybe? I can disarm a trap for EXP, for fun. Throwing knives is good. I'm gonna go late, though. Yeah. Alright. So who's killing this? I don't know. Move 2, attack 2, range 6, immobilize. That is scary. Holy cow. Okay. Thankfully, we're moving first. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to say, alright, shield our bros, confirm targets. Alright, and then we're going to attack 2, range 3 for poison. What are we doing? Move 2, attack 3, move 3, attack 2. Alright, I think I'm more interested in putting poison on this fellow because we got to do some damage to it. Alright, and the Tinker's turn. Alright, we're going to move 4. So if I move all the way up to here, this forces them to move back. Or I can run over and pick up gold. Oh, I'm greedy. No, because they're going to immobilize me. So I need to be, well, nah. Alright, and I'm going to attack either you. Probably you at this stage, actually. Alright, no. We're doing this. No. This. No. Sorry, I'm being so indecisive, but because I'm like trying to decide like how I want to spread the damage out. I think I just want to handle you idiots back here. All right, that was a nice one shot. Okay, cool. Received the 1 damage. It stood in point blank. I don't understand. I thought it wasn't supposed to. Huh. Alright, take the 2 damage. Now, this is a move 5. Yeah, I was supposed to not loot gold, but since I already did, I'm going to grab another gold piece. Sorry. Skip the rest of my movement. I'm going to attack you and you. Fantastic damage. There is pretty high variance in, like, what can happen on, like, the first mission. Alright, so what I need to do is I need to go to here. I don't need to be there. I can go to here. Pretty sure. And I'm just going to do this. Consume so I can push. Ow. Nice damage. And then push 2 into the trap. And get wrecked. Okay. Now, with my immobilized fella, I can just sit here and I can shield this turn, or I can do a smack. I can go eye for an eye and leaping cleave. That actually sounds alright. Right, because that lets me smack these 2 immediately. Yeah, okay. And then I can go for a... I can just farm EXP. Hold on, what else am I doing? I'm gonna go attack, I think. Alright, so how about this? I go this and this. Alright. And then I can smack you. Crushing grasp. I can just hit you right here and then move. Sure. Okay, fine. All right, so now what that does is... I think I'm just doing this, honestly. Like, this and this. Okay. Shield 1, retaliate 2. Oh. Clever. Clever. Okay. Well, retaliate. I could try to stop it. I mean, I don't have to do any of that. You know what I mean? Like, I can just not attack them this time. Grab gold. I get 2 targets. I'm gonna attack the archers, I think. Yeah. I guess I can attack and then heal myself? I'll just take the retaliate damage? Sure. Ha, retaliate doesn't trigger if they die. Nice. Okay, heal you. I guess I could have looted gold instead. Ah, shoot. Well, attack 3. Yeah, I'll deal with the retaliate damage. That's totally fine. Take the 2 damage. Move 4. It's either gold or get better positioning. And I think the answer is get better positioning. Yeah. I bet you there's like some super high level like play theory where like, you know, you just like loot a bunch of gold, convert that into items. But like the thing is you can't buy that many items early on. Like granted, okay, you can fill every item slot and then it's awesome, but the shop stocks better items when you level up the town. It's like called prosperity, I think is the mechanic. All right, what am I doing? I'm basically beating this guy. All right, and then we're gonna all take a long rest. It doesn't matter what I do here. I just need to make sure that... How about I do this? Because I'm thinking about like throwing away this card, so I need to make sure I discard the card that I'm gonna throw away first. Balanced measure. I feel like balanced measure is actually going to be good. And then you. Sure. Then what are we throwing away? Potentially the summon decoy. Okay. Good enough. Oh, again. Well, joke's on you. Oh, I can't actually get to you. Well, we can get here. Do a quick 2 damage strike. Skip movement. This might just kill. Nice. Okay. You done. Now I can walk around and loot things. And then skip attack. Cool. What are we doing here? I'm not doing anything. Not doing anything. Okay. So we're just going to sit tight, skip movement, and skip attack. Alright, everyone's going to take a long rest. What are we doing? We can heal. Doesn't matter because everyone's long resting. Okay, cool. And I can... Sure. Summon a decoy. And this gives me 2 EXP just by doing it. You know what I mean? Oh, I've been talking about gaining EXP. I haven't talked about what EXP does. You accumulate enough EXP on your character, you level up, and that gets you access to like the next tier of card, right? How about I do this? I don't think the decoy can even move. Maybe this was like supremely dumb. Long rest. Long rest. Alright. So what do we say we're throwing away? What was it? Grab and go? No. Probably this. I don't need push, I don't think. Shield 1 is not... maybe... okay, hold on. Retaliate is actually kind of clutch. I feel like all these are kind of clutch. Jeez. It's like they're all equally bad. You know what I mean? Let's throw away grab and go. Okay. And with the U, I said I was going to throw away what? Massive boulder? No. What was I going to throw away? Avalanche? Avalanche. Yeah, this is it. Okay. And then with the U, what are we throwing away? Swift bow. This thief snack. I feel like we're gonna use thief snack. Oh my god, I want all of them. Let's go. Thief snack. Okay. And then here. Oh, I can actually move. Wait, can I not? Hold on. How much mobility do I have? I have 2 movement. Oh, sweet. Got it. So I can't move anywhere? Skip ability? Oh, because I can only move it toward the summoner. Gotcha. Yeah, the behavior... So summons are... like, you can't control them. They're like AI. They behave like a monster, basically. But, proximity mine is what I'm throwing away. And so, if there is a target they can attack, they will go try to attack it. If there is no target, because, right, there's nothing currently active, then, they just move back toward the summoner. Alright, so what am I doing? I want to open up with a dirt tornado again. So, I think I'm doing exactly the same door opening technique as before. We're going to shield bash probably at the beginning of next turn. So what do? We want to walk up. What did we do last time? I can't remember. Can move 3 jump. Can move 3 push. Can do trample. Actually, trample might not be bad. Trample and balanced measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not very far. Okay, maybe I trample on a different turn. How many turns do I even have? Did I throw away the mobility that I needed? Tragic. Alright, how about this? We'll do a little bit of hedging. So I'll either use the move 3 jump and then attack 3 pierce 2. Pierce 2 ignores that many points of shield. Or I'll use the bottom, burn it to move forward and attack anything I run through, and then leap and cleave afterward. Alright. This is, like, I think the really fun part of Gloomhaven. Well, there are many fun parts, but, like, you know, you get to sort of look at your cards and be like, I don't know what's going to happen in the turn, but if I pick my cards this way, then I have so many options. So many options. Okay. We want Cragheart to go up first, so we want be something like this. Yeah, special mixture swift bow. This is what we did last time, huh, with the door. And I want to be able to stun. But wait, what if I do something like this? Immobilize. Sort of missed. Huh. Ink Bomb. No, I want to Ink Bomb next turn, probably. So this is... I think we're just moving up. But I don't want to use my good movement thing. How about this? Restorative Mist is fine. Okay. Cragheart. Move 2. Open door. Oh, hello. Hi.
The door, you find yourself face to face with the reason these bandits chose this particular hole to nest in. Animate bones. Unholy abominations of necromantic power. Nothing more to do but lay them to rest, along with the remainder of this troublesome rabble.
Okay, so if I stay here, what happens to me? Move 4, attack 0, target 2. Got it. So the way these fellas work is they try to min-max the number, well, maximize the number of targets they can hit. So for example, if I decide to back up with Cragheart, then they will step into the gap and then smack both of us. However, if I stand here and plug the door, they both get to hit me. So the question is, do I want to take, you know, 1 hit on each of these, or do I want to take 2 hits with the Cragheart? Now, these fellas, move 3, attack 1, range 4. They're all going to attack the Cragheart. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to stand here and take it. Skip movement, but I'm going to confirm the actions. Everybody around me takes 1 damage. Receive 1 damage, and I'm going to do this. Muddle. Now, I can't get all the way back to the archers, but I can muddle you idiots. That was the disadvantage there, so I did, like, no damage at all. It's fine. Everything's fine. That was the... Oh, I didn't actually say this explicitly. So, the armor that I have, it's like a discard instead of exhaust. It's like a tap instead of a burn. And so every time you long rest, you get back all of your tapped equipment. And that's why I think that armor item is super good. Ow. So I think at this stage, I'm actually going to start burning cards to save damage. What am I going to burn? Let's burn this one. 1 damage I'll take. We're good there. Alright. And these guys are rolling disadvantage because of the muddle, right? So I saved myself from an X... I guess X2 is fine because 0x2 is still 0. Alright, what did I say I'm going to attack? I can move 1, 2, 3, 4. I can attack one of these back here, but no, I think I just want to open up the doorway. So we're going to attack like this. Yo, nice. Oh my god. Alright, now we're going to move up. Since they've all taken their turn, I'm going to do this. I'm actually going to poison you. You can poison skeletons. Kind of funny, isn't it? Alright. Then, what did I say I wanted to do? I can either move 3 and jump. Well, that doesn't get me in the room. Or I can move 4, run through you guys, and then attack here. Alright, like that. And so this is going to burn my card, but... Oh, kill 3 of you. I killed 3 monsters with you. I'm so bad at remembering things. Confirm attack. Okay. Then I'm going to do this. We're going to attack... I would like these 2 to get attacked. Yes, please. Thank you. Alright, good damage. And then the decoy is just going to move toward the summoner because it can't get pathing to anybody. Because it can only move 2, right? So the Cragheart's blocking where it would want to go. Let's attack at range 3. Yep, cool. Nice. And then we'll move 2 up here. Loot and heal. Perfect. Alright, so Cragheart's up first. I think I want to shield, and then eye for an eye. And I just want to try to withstand here. Do I have any... I do have this. So what I think I'm going to do is... take a backstab and a throwing knives. And I'm going to go invis this turn, so they can't target me. Toxic shooter, or like a net shooter. No, immobilizing isn't fun. And then I'll move 4 afterward. No, I'll do it like this order. A reviving shock. No, I want a toxic bolt instead. Okay, and then Cragheart can go super late. Basically, I'm trying to tank everything with Brute, right? So I don't want Cragheart in the way. Sorry, Cragheart, that was mean. Range attacks. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, we'll do this. I can actually do something like this. No, we'll Massive Boulder later. All right, so they're stuck standing there. What am I doing? I'm going to attack the archers. Then run around. Oh, there's like obstacles everywhere. I see. Oh. Oh, there's so many. I literally can't get through. Oh, whoops. Well, that was silly. I guess I'm skipping movement then. Okay. All right, so the Brute's turn is shield self, retaliate, and just sit here. Save 2 damage. That was my armor, I think. Now my armor is gone. I think I'm actually gonna burn to prevent that 3 damage. I don't need this. It's trying to get closer, it just can't get good positioning. Okay, so I want Toxic Bolt, right? I said I want Toxic Bolt on probably you. Good. And I can't really go anywhere. I'll just move over. Give the Cragheart room to move up if it wants to. Receive the 2 damage, you die from retaliate. Okay. Receive the 2 damage. Alright. Cragheart's turn. So I want to do this. But I want to move up. And then do this. So it's going to be all allies and enemies receive 1 damage. Oh, I see, I see. For some reason I looked at this and I thought the game was trying to tell me I could attack all of them at the same time. No, I'm going to attack you. No, I'm going to attack you. Better value. Good. And why don't we just use the healing potion just in case? You can, so you use it and it's exhausted, but you get it back for the next mission. So it's not like you have to buy a healing potion every mission. When I learned that, I was super happy. Okay, so what are we doing here? I want to go fast. So I want to go flanking strike into Venom Shiv or something like that. Yeah, whatever. Spare Dagger, Balanced Measure. So something else that... So there is a treasure chest back here. And if you land on the treasure chest, you get whatever is inside. And I think... I can't remember if it's random loot or if it's predetermined. But if you... So once we kill all the enemies, the mission is done. But you do get until the end of that, like, round. So, like, everyone gets to act. So you can still, like, kill all the enemies, and if you're acting last, you can go loot the thing. At least that is my understanding of the game. Let's go move 4 into Flamethrower. Okay. And then Cragheart. This loot command. So basically, if you activate the loot, it loots everything in that radius. So loot 1 means in a 1 radius. So I could go to like here and then loot like that. So I can do like this. Yeah, I can do like this. Okay. I think I'm hitting you because I want the bonus on this. Sure. We'll grab the thing. We'll hit with you. And then we'll potion right here. Okay. And I want to move forward. And I want to do this thing. So if I am here, then I get to hit both of them. Because I can be either one of these dots. Alright, so... Wait, that's not how it works. Oh, yes, it is how it works. Okay, so I can go here. Skip movement, and then flamethrower. And so this is the interesting thing. I can't words. If you burn all your cards early, like, your character loses all of their meaningful actions. They don't have enough cards. They have to rest all the time, and they just die, right? And you also lose the ability to burn cards to mitigate damage. But you know, once you see the end of the mission, and you're like, okay, now I can start burning all my resources. This is like a really like interesting part of Gloomhaven, I think, where like there were several instances where like it felt like we were being overwhelmed, but like we just barely had enough resources to like make it out. You know what I mean? I would like to go and loot. And I'm just going to heal myself in your face. I'm actually not going to do the thing because I want everybody to have a loot action. So I'm going to skip attack. And this is where you get to be greedy. Okay. So Cragheart is going to go here, and then next turn is going to use a loot 1 action, I think. Wait. Move 4 jump. Oh, confirm action. And then I get to go here. Okay, cool. Skip movement. I can do this. I'm just using it to gain 1 EXP. And then we'll skip this. Alright, so Cragheart is going to do a loot 1. Got it. You, friend, we can short rest here, just get our cards back. And it burns a random card. Okay, we burned a random card. And I'm trying to farm EXP and farm gold. I can't move, so the best I can do is farm EXP like that. Yeah, and there's no bottom action that will give me EXP. Okay. Tricksters can short rest here as well. Lost backstab. That's fine. I have a loot 2. So if I go to here, for example, this just automatically loots everything. Or there, sure. So we'll do a loot 2 action with a... I have to move first. Oh, that was dumb. Because if I use the bottom action, right, I don't get it. Okay, fine. Do I have a loot action with you? I think, like, loot actions are generally bottom half. Yeah, okay. So, fine. We'll do Trickster's Reversal for 2 EXP. And then I think we'll just move up like that. Okay, fine. And then... do I have a big... No. But I can get 2 XP just from healing. Okay. That's fine. I can short rest? Nah. I accept. So this is a go here. Oh, I skipped the ability. I'm dumb. I could have poisoned it. That's fine. Oh, I can't do anything here. Okay, that's fine. Skip movement. Skip attack. Tinker. It's either gold or EXP, and I think I value EXP a little bit more. Skip attack. And I said loot 1 here. We got a toxic what? Loot's gold. Oh, I guess we'll see it between turns. Not turns, between missions. Alright. That was the first mission.
You take a moment to catch your breath and steel yourself against the visions of living remains ripping at your flesh. Your target is not among the dead, and you shudder to think what horrors still await you in the catacombs below.
It gives us a nice readout of like what we did wrong. So I got 7 or fewer, so I get the 2 perk points. No items, got the 2 perk points, and I failed the other 2 because I just derped. And I wasn't even thinking when I was smacking things. Damage done. Scoundrel did 40 damage. Solid. I mean, they all did a lot of damage. And then damage taken. Brute did the most tanking. EXP earned, 10. Items used, 7. This is because of all of the armor. I think each use of the armor, right? So there are 2 charges on the armor. So I used the 2 charges 3 full times, and then I used the potion once. So that was good value. Six EXP to everyone. Got it. So this was the... Got it. The chest that we looted was the Toxic Moor map, I think, is what I missed. But now we have a new potential side quest. This is our new main quest location. Okay, and it's telling us that like there's several quests in a sequence that you're expected to do one after the other. And what I'm going to do, so you have a choice. You can either go directly to the next mission, or you can go back to town and then like shop, etc. So I think, I mean, this is sort of like a little bit of metagamey stuff, but if you go back to town, you get to experience another town event and then another potential encounter. And just for the sake of like seeing more stuff in the game, let's do that. Like we might get negative effects, so be it. All right, so we'll return to Gloomhaven. Travel. I think that was somebody's personal quest, wasn't it? All right, so immediately we get perk points. So I have, wait, Craghart did not get it. Who got it? Wait, who got the perk points? Am I crazy? Oh, I'm sorry. Those are perk points, not perks. Where do you see the thing? Oh, it's up here. Got it. So these are perk points. And then once you get 3 perk points, you get to unlock a perk. I completely forgot that was a thing. Yeah, I mean, getting 2 perks in the first mission is too good to be true, right? Like, obviously, duh. Okay, now I can go shopping with you. Let's just take a quick look at the shop. What would I purchase with 10 gold? An iron helmet, maybe. I can only hold 1 small item, so I'm not going to purchase another potion, right? Because I like my minor healing potion. So I could save my money. I could... Oh, city encounter. Sorry. You are out in the Ward of Scales when you see a crowd of people forming to the south, growing louder and more dense by the second. As you approach, you see through the angry mob at a terrified vermling being pulled in your direction by a group of gruff men. "Dirty thief," a woman next to you screams. "String it up." Glancing beside you to where the crowd appears to be headed, you see a disused gibbet in the market square. The men, clearly not guards, move closer. So, not sure. I think if you save it, it might give you something, but it's a thief, right? So I think if you like start saving criminals, the town suffers as a result. Now, like, we don't know if it's an actual criminal or if the woman's just accusing, but I don't know. I think we're gonna take no action. You watch as the men move past you toward the gibbet. One carries a thick rope that he ties around the verminling's neck. The other end of the rope is thrown over the crossbeam, and then the men begin pulling, hoisting the helpless thief up off his feet. He struggles in vain, a panicked look in his eyes, but eventually he stops moving. The men tie off the rope, leaving the lifeless thief hanging. People begin to mill about, many stopping to spit on the ground before returning to work. Alright, so that was that. I didn't mean to click on that, but because I was thinking maybe I'd do the city encounter in the next video segment. What I meant to click on was the Temple of the Greater Oak. So I can use the Scoundrel, spend 10 gold, and it'll give me 2 of the blessing things in the next mission. And if you roll a blessing, you deal double damage, right? So, right, and this is the tricky part. The question is, do I save up gold to buy better stuff, or do I spend gold to get an immediate boost? Now, there's one other consideration. There's this thing, devotion, up here. So, if you spend 100 gold, if you do this 10 times, and you can only do this once between missions, is my understanding. So if I just do, I'm going to do this right now. I can't do it again. Well, I also don't have any gold. But you can do it once per character in between missions. And that increased devotion. When devotion ticks up to this 100, you level up devotion, and I believe that adds +1 to the prosperity of the town, which you can track over here. So right now, prosperity is 0 out of 4. When you get to 4 out of 4 prosperity, the Gloomhaven wealth, which is like the level of the town, goes up to 2. And the implications there are the merchant stocks new items for every like higher level of wealth, and when you retire your mercenaries and like you start a new character, they start at level equal to Gloomhaven wealth. So like, actually maybe the better way to put it is all of your characters in the like forever in the future automatically level up to the wealth level. So if somehow I managed to gain 4 prosperity right now and got the Gloomhaven wealth 2, all of my characters would auto level to 2. Right, but more practically, my character is going to be above level 2 when that happens. It just means that when I recruit new characters in the future, they'll start at a higher level than 1. So that's the deal there. All right, well, in any case, I think that's a good place to cut the video segment. That was a really long first segment, but this is Gloomhaven. I hope this was interesting to you, and I would strongly recommend giving it a try. Maybe you're the board game kind of person and you'd rather purchase a physical copy and play with your friends, or maybe you'd rather do the digital version. Either way, I think it's a great board game concept, and I hope more developers explore this kind of idea. All right, well, it's been a great pleasure. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see some of you next time. Peace.